Before we begin this review, I'd like to thank NIS America for providing me with a review code. While it won't change my opinions on the game, it is very appreciated that you guys allow me to review these games. One more warning I should give before we start is that Yomawari Lost in the Dark has themes of suicide and bullying throughout the story, and if you're someone who is sensitive to these topics, then the game may not be for you. While the game does have a warning within it, I feel I should make it clear now, just for those who are sensitive to the topic and may not want to hear it. If that isn't you, then please stick around and watch the review. So to start off, Yomawari puts you in the shoes of a girl, but this time round it's more like a creator character. You go out, you make some simple design changes and put your name on this character. And as you go through the story, you learn that this young girl commits suicide, awakening in a forest where she meets another girl who reveals herself to have a curse. The only way to break this curse is to recover her memories throughout the world before 6 AM, or the curse will fully take over. You can trigger memory by activating these key items, which you'll find by exploring your hometown. The more you find, the more memories you'll recover, and you can watch these flashbacks to hopefully find out who this mysterious young woman is and what she has to do with you. It's quite free in that regard, allowing you to explore the entire world, trying to find these small pieces of memories throughout the world. It's quite nice to see this in a 2D game, as it really doesn't feel like many do it this way. But overall, you'd see that Yomawari is a horror game, so how does it fare in that regard? While I'm someone who never typically gets scared of horror games and doesn't like the addition of jump scares and things like this, Yomawari creates its fear through atmosphere, and it's probably the best way it could do it. Through its sound design, it has things like the palpitating of your heart. These beats are intense, and the further or closer you get to an enemy, the more it starts to beat. You can hear the pitter-patter of your feet as you walk down in different sorts of environments, through the concrete or maybe through metal bars. Whatever it is, there is a sound to correlate along with it, and this helps to create a very different atmosphere to a lot of horror games I've heard, and it really does help in that regard. My favourite thing has to be as the enemies approach you. These dark spirits, even as you close your eyes, you can feel as the intensity of your heartbeat gets stronger and these enemies breathe and get closer. No matter how many times I went through the story, it really does add to the atmosphere and is genuinely a terrifying experience the first few times round. And unlike many other horror games, Yomawari doesn't rely on jump scares. While there are a few here and there through monsters popping in and out, it's not what the game mostly focuses on. Again, the atmosphere is the main thing you'll find in this game, and if you're someone who likes something different in horror, this is a great way to experience it. Though it's not just through that atmosphere. In fact, the demon designs or spirits are some of the best I've seen in a horror game in a while. Though they are based on traditional Japanese folklores, it's still amazing to look at these creatures, and they are absolutely disgusting and vile, just as they should be for a horror game. There's really not much else to say about this game. You'll go around trying to find these pieces of memory, and armed with a flashlight and various other little tools that you can go through to get through these monsters. While you can't particularly fight these monsters, what you can do is run and find ways to avoid them, such as covering your eyes. By closing your eyes, you'll enter this state where you will eventually have all the lights basically turn black, and all you can see is a chilling red glow, which indicates where the spirits are. As they approach closer, you may find yourself in death, or hopefully you'll be able to pass through them. This is one of the most atmospheric parts of the game, trying to avoid these monsters as they slowly approach. I liked in my own way to kind of turn off all the lights and just close my eyes as it happened, and really feel the intensity of these moments. It's hard to explain a game and sell a game like Yomawari to people who just aren't really that interested in horror, but I feel like if you gave it a chance, you'd absolutely love what this game has to offer. It's definitely the best horror game I've played in a while, and it really makes me want to get more into the horror genre, but this one just does it so differently to so many that I've seen in the past few years, and it's definitely worth a try for that alone. Not to mention the atmosphere and art style this game provides. I can't genuinely explain what this thing looks like. Maybe it's like a painting with how it's done. Everything just feels like brushes from an artist. It's genuinely amazing to look at and super gorgeous in other scenes. While the game may always seem dark, there's genuinely parts in there where maybe the sun will set and it just looks magnificent. and I don't think I've seen that much in any horror games either. If you haven't tried Yomawari, I suggest you do it. Not just this game, but the whole series has all the things to offer for those who are fans of horror, and even those who aren't. So I don't give review scores to these things, all I can say is it's an amazing game, and to please give it a try if you haven't already. So thank you, and if you've seen or played Yomawari yourself, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. As always, I have to say thank you and goodbye.